Hello friends, today we will see how to write Python program to control one of the GPIO of this Raspberry Pi board. Here you can see left side one Raspberry Pi board is there and right side its pin layout. This Raspberry Pi board is having ARM processor with some interfaces like keyboard, mouse for display HDMI, for internet Ethernet cable. Along with this, we have these connectors. Here you can see in the layout, these pins are having various GPIO along with some power supply pins like 3.3 volt, 5 volt and ground. On pin number 6, 9, 14, 20, all are grounds. So if you want to connect any type of circuit, you can use these pins. Right. For example, if you want to connect LED, then you can use one of the GPIO along with the ground pin, and then you can write the code and control that GPIO. So this is how we in next part we will see how to write code and how actually LED you can connect with this device and how LED will turn on and turn off from the Python programming. Now, before writing code, you have to install operating system because Raspberry Pi is having one SD card slot and you have to install operating system into that SD card. And then once you have the OS, you can insert SD card in Raspberry Pi board and you can boot the operating system, and in that OS environment you can write your application using this Python language. So for installation you have to download operating system from the internet, right? Various operating systems are available. Based on your version of the Raspberry Pi board, you have to select appropriate OS. Here you can see I have downloaded one of such operating system. It is actually ISO file. Along with, you also have to use this software named Win32 Disk Imager. Using this Win32 Disk Imager, you can write your operating system or you can mount your OS on Raspberry Pi board. Next, when you will open this Win32 Disk Imager, you will have this type of display. Here in image file, you have to select your ISO file, and in device, you have to select your SD card. It may be in your laptop in SD card slot, or you can use external card reader also. Once you select this ISO file and appropriate device, you can simply click on write button, and once write part will complete, it will display this type of message. Now after writing the card, you have to remove the card from the card reader and you have to insert this card in the Raspberry Pi board. Here you can see this Raspberry Pi board is having this type of slot and you have to insert your card into this slot. Here you can see. Now I have similar Raspberry Pi board available and I have connected with the related devices. Here you can see the back side I have inserted one of such card. Here you can see with this board I have connected HDMI cable which is connected with my monitor. My monitor is having VGA, so I have used HDMI to VGA converter. Then I have also connected keyboard and mouse using these USB connectors, and I have powered this board using this micro USB cable. You can use your power bank or charger. Right now I'm connecting this wire with my CPU, and now you can see once you powered the board, then its operating system will start booting. On the display you can see this process. This operating system is actually Linux based OS, so you will have similar type of environment. Once your operating system will this loading part will complete, you can access its software, its all related things, right? Now our aim is to connect single LED with this GPIO pins. Now you all know LED is a electronic device and it will glow when small current passes through it. So basically you have to complete circuit. So we will connect our LEDs anode part with one of the GPIO and we will connect its cathode part with ground. And this is how we will complete the circuit. Now, whenever you will write high signal on GPIO, then you can consider complete circuit, right? And because of that complete circuit, LED will turn on. Whenever you will write 0 on GPIO, so at the both the end, cathode as well as anode, we have 0 volt, so LED will turn on. So this is what we will practically perform. So this will be the circuit. Here you can see one resistor is there. LED is connected with pin number 8 and its cathode part is connected with 6. Pin number 6. Pin number 6 is actually ground. Now this is our code. So I am using this website to explain you this code, create.withcode.uk. Using this website, you can actually simulate this code. You will have same pin diagram, or you can say pin configuration, and you can actually run this code using this website. But currently I am using this just for explanation purpose, right? So here you can see first line is import rpi.gpio as GPIO, and second line is form time import slip. So here we are importing two different libraries because we want to access GPIO. That's why you have to import rpi.gpio, and as means here we are giving small name, because in your code you have to write this whole rpi.gpio again and again. So instead of that, you can give small name as ls, right? So that's why I'm using rpi.gpio as GPIO. Second library is for delay purpose, because for LED blinking you have to have some delay, right? And to generate the delay you have to use this sleep library, or you can say sleep module. Next is like GPIO.set warning false, it will ignore all the warnings. Next line is set mode. Here we are setting mode as a baud mode. We have two mode, BCM mode and baud mode. In BCM mode, you have to consider GPIO number, right? In pin diagram, I have already explained you that in pin diagram we have GPIO number. So if you want to use that number, you have to set BCM mode. But here we are setting baud mode. It means you have to use its physical count instead of GPIO number, right? Physical count means pin number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if the pin number 3 is actually GPIO 5, right? But we will use pin number 3 in baud mode. Next, GPIO.setup. So here we are setting up its direction. So the algorithm is like, if you want to write anything on GPIO port, you have to first set its direction and then you can write. So we are setting its direction as output. And next, you can see while true, it's an infinite loop, and in infinite loop I'm using this function GPIO output 8 high sleep 1, it will generate delay of 1 second. Then GPIO output 8 low and sleep 1. Here you can see in this program I am writing this code for pin number 8, right? Here we are using baud mode. So 8 means this pin number 8, right? Here you can see pin number 8 is actually UART. But since we are in BCM mode, so 8 means this physical count. If I will set, sorry, since we are in baud mode, 8 means this physical count. If I will set mode into BCM mode, then I have to search for GPIO 8, right? And which is at 24th position. So this is the difference between BCM and baud mode. In BCM mode, you have to consider this GPIO number, and in baud mode, you have to consider this count, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? So now I will use this circuit. Here you can see one LED is there connected with this Raspberry Pi board, and now in my hardware I have connected this LED with pin number 3. Okay, pin number 3 means physical count of 3, right? So this circuit I will use, and here in Raspberry Pi board you can see, and I have used two wire, one for cathode part and one for anode part. And here at second other side you can see LED is connected with second wire, cathode part is connected. And I am using this breadboard. Here you can see four LEDs are connected, but currently we are writing program for single LED. And now this is the code. You can see in this code only the new thing is here I have defined this LED pin is equal to 3. Okay, 3 is the value, and because my LED is connected with pin number 3, that's why I am using this syntax. And here delay is also of 2 seconds, because here you can see time dot sleep in bracket 2. So LED will turn on and turn off with the interval of 2 seconds. Now you can see when I will run this code, just observe this red LED. Now the LED is turn on and turn off with interval of 2 seconds. Now for properly understand, let us change the delay. Okay, so that we can have exact idea that whatever we are writing, actually it is happening, right? So here now, instead of this 2-second delay, I am changing this delay from 2 to 10. One more thing I would like to tell you, that here you can see I am using one inbuilt software IDE called Thonny IDE. Since this is Linux based OS, you can use terminal, you can use any editor, and you can write your Python code. Here I am using its inbuilt IDE called Thonny IDE. And now you can see I'm running the code. Now LED is turned on for 10 seconds, then it will turn off for 10 seconds again. So this is how you can control single GPIO. If you want to control multiple GPIO, you can add more number of pins, and you can perform this type of experiment. Thank you.